What's up, YouTube? We back on today's video, man, and I just want to give y'all a little update on what I'm gonna do now. I'm not gonna be posting every day. I'm gonna be posting one day and then taking a day off. Not a day off, but kind of getting more higher quality videos out there because I feel like I've been choosing quantity over quality, and that's not the way to go. So that's a new plan. I hope y'all respect it. But yeah. But anyway, in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the power of your thoughts. And this is gonna be I'm be explaining like the positive and negatives, about it, and then kind of the ways you can kind of transform to get more of the positives out your thoughts. And yeah, so this video is going to be kind of an explanation of the problem and giving y'all a solution of the problem towards the end of the video. So if you just want to hear the solution, just skip to the end. If you want to hear the whole part of it, watch the whole video. But yeah, with all that being said, man, I'm not going to do too much talking. Let's get straight into the video, man. In life, it's some things in life we cannot control, right? Say you might have had a crazy tough life, right? This person may have passed away, and you wasn't able to have that mother figure in your life. This person may have passed away, and you wasn't able to have that father figure in your life. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing we can always control is our perspectives and our thoughts that we have towards certain situations, right? And I'm a big firm believer that thoughts kind of control your life. And what I mean by that is the thoughts you give off and the perspective you have on certain events in your life dictate how your life will go. You see what I'm saying? And you can look at it just like this. Some people who even go to jail at a young age, you feel me? Say they go to jail for like 5 years or 10 years, They get out, maybe they 28, they 30, you feel me? They get out, but their perspective is different now. Their perspective is, okay, boom. I done got my freedom took away from me. I'm not gonna let that happen. And let me make something new of my life. You feel me? And going to jail, I don't care what nobody says. Going to jail is probably the second worst thing you could do besides die. And dying ain't even like completely terrible all the time. But like, I'm talking about like in the worst case scenario, going to jail is probably the worst thing that can happen to anybody. So say you go to jail, but your perspective flipped on that, you feel me? And now your new thoughts are, you're trying to get money now. You're trying to be there for your family and things like this. And a great example of this is, if y'all know Gillian Wallow, Wallow's a great example of this. And when he came out of jail, he went to turn his life up and turn his family's life up. You feel what I'm saying? And that all came through with perspective and the thoughts that he had while he was in there and the thoughts he ultimately had when he came out of jail. You feel me? And that's how he kind of flipped on negativity into positivity. And I'm explaining how to do that in the latter part of the video, so stay tuned. If that's really what you're here for, you probably can skip a little bit and you're probably gonna get to that part, but we're just talking about the effects. And a negative effect is pretty much vice versa what I just said about, like, boom, say something, even something positive happened to you and you think something negative is gonna happen to you, and you continually think something negative is gonna happen to you, something negative eventually will happen to you. Or if something negative happened to you and your perspective on the whole world of things can't get better and things are just gonna stay the same way, things are gonna stay negative for you. You get what I'm saying? So thoughts are definitely a powerful way of life, and having positive thoughts and positive perspectives is definitely one of the most important things and one of the most important advice I can give to any one of y'all. You feel me? Especially people that have been through a lot. You feel me? Because I know as somebody that has been through a lot of part of things in life, you feel me? I feel like it's important to have that good perspective on your head, and a good perspective led me to what I'm doing today by making this video for y'all, making YouTube video for y'all, because I had a great perspective and I knew my life could get better off the things that I thought and the things that I do. So now when I get on these videos, every video I do, I try to express something good to y'all, something positive to y'all, something that y'all can gain from. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, with all that being said though, that's gonna be it for this portion of the video. Now let's get into the action part and how you can reverse the trauma, reverse the negative perspectives that you may have had on yourself or the negative thoughts in general. Let's get into it. All right, so the ways to get over this, I have 3 main important ways on how to get over it. And the first way, this is probably the most difficult thing to do, like on a mental level, but on the physical level, it's not that hard. You feel me? But what that is letting go of all the negative connotations that you have on your life. And what I mean by that is that all the negative things that have happened in your life, let's say that you went bankrupt. You went bankrupt once before in life, right? Say you may have been at the top and you fell down to the bottom, right? So now you just perspective, his life can't get no better. Every time life gets better for me, it always something bad happens. woo. You feel me? Save that's your mindset now. You know, this is probably the hardest thing to do on a mental level, but like I said, it sounds easier than what it truly is, and it's going to take time for that truly to happen. But letting go of that, you feel me? And you have to really just reset your mind to be like, you know what, life actually can get way worse than this. So let me be grateful where I'm at now and know that although I've been at the top and I went back to zero, I can always go back to the top. You get what I'm saying? And that's one of the realizations that I have to have, you know, about life. And eventually that's really why I do a lot of things I do now, because I realize that life can be better than what it is now. You get what I'm saying? And I'm grateful for my life I have now. Obviously, I'm grateful for it. But them times when I'm down low, whoa, not like that. Them times when I'm feeling down low, you know what I'm saying? That I have that aspect of life that I know this can get better. You feel me? Life is not always going to be like how it is now. You know, I'm always going to succeed no matter if I have $1,000 in my account, $2 in my account, or I went from $1,000 to $2, or I may got scammed with this portion of money, or whatever it may be. I know life can get better, bro. So that's the first thing. Probably the most hardest thing is that. Second thing, and this will hurt, everything I'm about to say now is going to help with the first thing I said. But the second thing I got for y'all is seeing people with lifestyle or whatever you feel like you don't think is possible, seeing those people in real life, in the flesh. You feel me? Because I know we probably see people on the internet, but on the internet, I'm be honest with you, a lot of people are haters, bro. A lot of people are haters, especially if you're coming from a negative place. You're probably gonna hate on people. Like, you see somebody driving in yours and you're not feeling too good about yourself, you probably gonna think they scam, rich parents, or whatever, you know? And I mean, that's only fair. That's only fair to really think, you feel me? But basically, when it comes to lifestyle, when you expose yourself to that lifestyle of people that's doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? And you're in the real flesh of things, you feel me? Like, it starts to reset your brain to be like, okay, boom, they're doing this, you feel me? We're from the same place. How are you doing this? You know what I'm saying? Now, you may be a little confused on how they're doing it, but you're still in the lifestyle. You're still seeing how they are doing it. You feel me? This can come from a longitude of things, you feel me? This can come from breaking from addiction. This can come from just wanting to be successful in life, you feel me? And I'm gonna give you a little story, and I'm not trying to out nobody or nothing like that, but you know, it's somebody that I currently, you know, I'm in school with, right? And, you know, me, I don't partake in no drugs. I don't drink or nothing like that. And, you know, them just being around me, they get amazed from that. You know what I'm saying? And they honestly, you know, if you think that, you probably think I haven't been through some stuff. But obviously, I have been through a lot of stuff. So when they see that, and, you know, that's kind of their response to things, it's not like, let me rephrase that. It's not like I'm like, oh, I'm better than you. Ooh, but it's like you get to see the lifestyle I live, and you get to see, dang, so you substitute that for that, and that's how you get this feeling that I'm trying to get, you feel me? And the way they get it is another thing, you know what I'm saying? To each his own, you feel me? Y'all do what y'all want to do, but I'm just explaining kind of the real life situations that this didn't happen to me in. So it's like when that happened, you feel me? That's when I kind of realized, you know, with myself, even when I align myself with people in the lifestyle that I want to live, or just in that type of aspect of life, you feel me? I feel better, you feel me? I feel like, okay, this is accomplishable, you know, this could be accomplished by me, you know, they're human just like me. So it's like when you see that, and that's just somebody, you know, who fed off my energy, you know, eventually it's like they were still working on it and things like that, but eventually it helped them, you feel me? It helped them realize that that lifestyle is possible, you know, the lifestyle that they want to live is possible. You get what I'm saying? So that's what's great to see, you know, for me. And yeah, I feel like y'all could take something from that. And the last thing that I think really can help with this, and something that I've really been doing recently, is writing it down, bro. Now, this is mainly, actually, nah, forget that. I was going to say it's mainly for people that really want to be like successful. But no, if you just searching for happiness, bro, this could be for you too. So one thing I did is that I have dates, right? I write my whatever I want to do by this date, right? And then once I have that date on there, I end up like just writing what I want to do. Like one thing I be writing, I want a C8, I want a high rise, I named the exact high rise complex I want to be in, exact color C8 I want, everything like that, you feel me? So then once I start doing that, bro, every day I'm starting to realize like this is possible, bro. You feel me? And kind of going back to what I was talking about, aligning yourself with that lifestyle, bro, like almost every day I've seen either the G-Wagon or a C8 on the road. Like, and that's been something very big and crucial for me, because it's like, bro, you start seeing that in real life. You get what I'm saying? And you know it's obtainable. So it's like, ever since I started writing my goals, I started realizing, bro, a lot of things that I wanted are attainable. You feel me? And it's like, that's just a great feeling to have, and it makes you want to grind harder, whatever you're doing. You feel me? So just start running your goals by the deadline that you want it by, and I guarantee you're going to start having that motivation, that work ethic to start going more and more crazy and doing it. You feel me? But with all that being said, let's go and wrap up today's video. I really hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Yeah, today's video is way more edited than a lot of my other videos. I'm going to really start incorporating that into more of my videos. So yeah. But with all that being said, I love every single one of y'all. You have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all folks on Monday.